Hi, this is Gregory McGuire, and I want to talk with you a little bit today about how to manifest your wishes, how to get what you want out of life. Now, in an earlier video, I was talking about your wealth quotient, which remember I said if it's here, then your income's going to hover just about right here. This is your level of personal development. Now, how do you develop this? Well, one way that you do that is you surround yourself with positive people, with people who are already up there, like Donald Trump, people that you admire. Now, how do you do this? I mean, personally, I can't call up the Donald and say, hey, let's go have lunch. It's not going to happen. So what you do is you surround yourself by these people's words. Read books by Robert Kiyosaki, by Donald Trump, by all these people who are already there where you want to be. Surround yourself by them. Instead of watching TV or listening to music while you're driving, check out some of the latest CDs by Zig Ziglar, by a lot of these people that are already where you want to be. Surround yourself by that. Okay, now this takes a while to do this, to get this mindset going. There's a quicker way that will jumpstart this. Not to substitute, but this is something to use as a supplement to this. But to do this, to teach you this, I've got to go into what I call the 3 levels of mind. Now, the first level of mind is your physical reality. This is your house. This is your car. This is your wife. This is your bank account. This is every situation that you are looking at right now. This is something that you have brought on yourself. Now, to try to change your physical reality from the standpoint of the physical reality is not an easy thing to do. In fact, it's extremely difficult. Not saying that it's impossible, but it is very difficult to do. For instance, I cannot pick up my cell phone and turn it into a book. Can't do it. Solid matter is very difficult to change. So what we have to do then is look at how is physical reality, how does it come to be? We've all heard this, that your thoughts create your reality. So that's where we need to look. This is the second level of mind, which is the realm of thought. So it stands to reason that to change your physical reality, you have to change your thoughts. Now, if you've tried to do this in a practical way, and I have, believe me, it is very difficult to do. In fact, unless you are from the East, somewhere India or Tibet, and you've been meditating for decades, you probably do not have the mental discipline that it takes to consciously change your thoughts. My own experience with this was when I started reading books on how to do affirmations and positive thoughts to keep in your mind to change your reality. I tried this 10-15 years ago. And I would find myself getting up, I would turn on some really inspiring audios, I would read positive material, I would listen to very powerful, uplifting music. Then I would go to work and I would keep these positive thoughts in my head. I'd walk through the door at work, which was a warehouse. The warehouse was dark and smelled like oil, like stale oil. I was surrounded by forklifts zooming past me, gas power, that smell was constantly surrounding me. The first time my boss would yell at me or tell me that something needs to be done immediately, those thoughts went out the door. And I would go right back to the old thought patterns. Unfortunately, that happens quite a bit. So it's obvious then that to change the way we think, we have to look at an even deeper level than the level of rational, conscious thought. So we have to look at where the thoughts come from. What causes our thoughts to originate? If we look a little bit further on up, we find that our thoughts are actually a product of our beliefs. Now, our beliefs come from our subconscious mind. This is like a program that is playing in your background 24/7, 365 days out of the year. This program is running. Now, it's a very positive program, don't get me wrong. This program is responsible for your heart beating, your breathing while you're asleep, your immune system fighting off the little nasty things that are attacking you every minute of every day. It's a very positive thing, but the subconscious mind has one goal, and that goal is survival. It doesn't care if you are miserable, doesn't care if your life is just in the crapper. All that it's concerned with is survival. Now, the way that the subconscious mind ensures your survival is it refers to your past. It looks at experiences that you've had in your past, and it says, well, this experience was survivable. We did that. We made it through it. So let's create more of that. Okay, so you see where this is going. If all you've had in your life has been poor examples when you were a kid, say your parents weren't very positive, your parents were insecure, they taught you some very bad, nasty thought patterns, and you carry that with you into adulthood, well, that's all your subconscious mind has to go on. So it's going to keep creating more and more of that in your life unless you take conscious steps to change that. Now, how do we do that? How do we change our beliefs when they're so deeply ingrained in there? Well, the good news here is that the subconscious mind, and this is very important to keep in mind, your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. I will say that again because it's very, very important. Your subconscious mind does know the difference between what you imagine and what actually happened to you. So this is where you can create a false memory. You can go back, get in a very relaxed state, and envision yourself in this ideal situation that you would like to have. This might say you want to create $50,000 a month. Well, what you do is, since your subconscious mind is purely right brain, it's purely creative, $50,000 a month means nothing to it. But what will $50,000 a month look like to you? After you have that, what will it look like? It might mean that you're walking on the beach with the person of your dreams. In that case, what you would need to do is, on a daily basis, between 5 and 10 minutes a day, preferably twice a day, as soon as you get up in the morning and just before you go to bed at night, imagine yourself walking on the beach hand to hand with this person. Now, what you need to do, this is more than just a visual, imaginative exercise. You need to incorporate all of your senses in this. You need to incorporate your feeling. You need to feel your feet touching the hot sand as you're walking on that beach. You need to hear the waves crashing against the beach. You need to smell the salt coming off of the ocean. You need to taste the salt on your upper lip. All this stuff you have to incorporate, every bit of it, and that will eventually, over time, this is not an overnight thing. This is a gradual process. But over time, you will do what hypnotherapists call creating a false memory, which means your subconscious mind will interpret that as an actual event, and it will start behaving that way. Once you start creating that situation in your life, your subconscious mind will go back and refer to this episode that you've completely imagined, and it will say, well, look, we've done this, we've survived it, let's create it. So boom, you've created a false memory which is now coming to fruition in your life. I hope this has been helpful to you, and please let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you start calling your own shots. This is Gregory McGuire. Good day.